Hello, everyone, and let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're looking at something absolutely crucial for the future of halal authentication, and that's forensic laboratory systems. For industry stakeholders and policymakers, ensuring halal integrity, it's really no longer just a matter of faith. It absolutely demands rigorous, authoritative scientific proof right down at the molecular level. For the longest time, paper documentation has pretty much been the accepted status quo. But let's be real, relying purely on a paper trail leaves entire supply chains incredibly vulnerable to human error, loss, or even alteration. So we're now seeing this massive, urgent shift towards scientific verification. We literally need definitive molecular-level proof to guarantee authenticity. Let's look at Section 1, Forensic Laboratory Systems, specifically precision at the molecular level. Because true, authentic traceability requires rigorous, highly modern tools. It's really like solving a microscopic puzzle. You have micropipettes that let us handle exact, minute samples. You've got centrifuges spinning at extremely high speeds to separate out complex food components. Then, PCR machines amplify specific DNA markers, like trace amounts of porcine DNA, while advanced analytics dashboards translate all that hidden genetic data into real-time, undeniable insights. So how do these tools actually come together to create a definitive process? Well, it starts with DNA analysis, using that PCR amplification to map a product's genetic makeup right down to its core. Simultaneously, strict contamination control ensures our sample remains completely uncompromised the entire way through testing. And finally, scientific validation takes that raw sequencing data and turns it into an airtight, totally undeniable foundation of proof. Moving on to Section 2. Trust and global competitiveness, let's talk about the macro impact. It really all boils down to this key takeaway. Trust, certification integrity, and global competitiveness depend on scientific verification, not only documentation. That right there is the central thesis for the future of halal systems. If a certification body wants to stay globally competitive today, documentation just isn't enough anymore. Systemic integrity literally rests on the molecular data provided by these forensic laboratories. Which leads us to a really critical question for every single stakeholder and policymaker watching. Is your halal infrastructure actually backed by science? Are you still relying on vulnerable paperwork, or are you actively investing in the advanced forensic laboratory systems required for true molecular verification? Honestly, the entire future of the industry depends on your answer.